Okay, I want to forewarn, this is going to have major spoilers. So, technically they're rumors, but I've seen the ending. It clearly is the real ending. If you know how Hollywood works, how movies really work, not morons who don't know how Hollywood works, yeah, this is real. And it's real bad. So I will good faith share a little bit, but due to copyright and Paramount and Spyglass, can't really give you guys too much, but I can give you a little bit. So yes, the rumors are true. Anna Camp is one of the killers. There are 4 killers, but there will be 3 killers in all. I won't discuss the other 2. I'll concentrate mainly on Anna and the theories and rumors about that. But let me show the evidence, good faith. And again, it's not a lot. I can only show a small snippet, but you have to be satisfied. But yes, it's shocking. It's shocking. Hi, neighbor. So that still may have been a little inaudible. So Sydney, well, first she says, F you. She's facing 2 Ghostface killers. There's a third one. Third one is still masked. And then there's music. I can't play the music. Copyright. Unmasking herself, and it's Anna. And then Sydney says, Jessica! Really bad acting, by the way, by everyone. And then Anna's like, hey, neighbor! So yes, confirmed. Jessica is Jessica the neighbor of Sydney. And Sydney's like, I'm shocked! You're my neighbor! You're shocked? I mean, you've been in 5 of these crises. You're shocked? I'm like, oh my lord. And it gets worse. There's the other 2 Ghostfaces. Hey, you didn't really think it was Stu. I mean, he's dead, you moron. And it's bad. It's bad. So could this be a fan thing? No, because too many copyright notices, and the person cleverly kept changing and altering it. So I didn't see the whole thing because it has to be, right? You got to play with the audio and visual to not get the strike. But yeah, it's real. It's real. But let me go through motivations. And the motivations are pretty lame. So essentially, Anna Camp, playing Jessica the neighbor, says that she read Sydney's book, was inspired by Sydney, and just feels that old Sydney is better. They need her to be the 1990s final girl, but, now she's old lady, so they're going to kill people and inspire Nev to become her old self and endanger her daughter, because that makes a whole lot of sense. So yes, the leaks are true, because the leaks do reveal that, well, basically, Jessica and Nev fight. Well, Jessica and Sydney fight. Obviously, Sydney wins. So it appears she's dead, but guess what? She rises from the dead one last time, and Sydney kills her again. And that's the end. Now, I will say, again, this is not really a spoiler, because I think they're going to debate 2 different endings with the husband. The husband, Mark, who is a police officer. Yes, he's in the trailers. He's getting stabbed a lot. But they're leaving him alive a little bit at the very end. I don't think they decided yet to keep him alive. There are 2 endings where he's alive, and the family lives together happily ever after. And then there's a more dark ending where he dies, but Sydney and the daughter embrace, and yes, the new feminism, the new Buffy. Buffy's back, everyone. And there we go. But to be serious, is this woke? Yes. Is it super uber woke? Sydney's gay, the daughter's gay? No, it's not that kind of woke. She doesn't join Antifa. It's not Paul Thomas Anderson. She doesn't join a black revolutionary Che Guevara. No, it's not that kind of woke. It's definitely a woke commentary, but I mean, this is kind of lame. I mean, yes, they recreate the first scene from the first film, but in that one, we didn't know Drew Barrymore was safe. The first scene of the first film is so like, that was very shocking due to the star being killed that early. Now it's like, we know the daughter is safe. And we'll put aside the timeline canonical problem. And I know, like, Killjoy did this really hilarious video saying, guys, they explained. No, they didn't explain it. There is no way Sydney has a daughter of that age. Come on, that's just being silly. Okay, but whatever. So she's, biologically a Sith Jedi warrior. She's a Rey, and she's safe. They're not going to kill her, and the leaks don't say she's going to get killed. Maybe they're going to do something crazy and brave, but so there we go. Sydney gets a happy ending. So how to assess this? Well, if you're a Nev fan and a Sydney fan, you're fine. And I know people are going to be like, you're going to cry about Stu, right? Well, I think Stu would have been a better idea. But I knew, and I did theory videos, rumor videos, that it's fake Stu. Fake AI Stu, and I did it ahead of the curve of other people. So, no, I knew Stu was not going to be in the film. And Kevin said as much, saying he's dead. He's dead. So resurrecting him would have been tricky. But this is just lame. I mean, it's really just, okay, the neighbor who, secret identity, I'm not going to say who, she's related to one of the major characters. Not Sydney, and not who you think. So they were clever there, but Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4. Again, minor spoilers for Scream 3, relative of someone. It's not one of Sydney's family, it's another family. So they'll be like, hey, remember that guy? He had some relative. There you go. That is all they're going to do. They're going to pick a canonical family. We've seen some of the family and be like, hey, here's the family you didn't see. Off camera, and they're back. They got obsessed with Sydney and, obsessed with the final girl trope. So old lady, Nev, must be new, last, old, final girl, and there you go. Now, listen, I don't think this is a good ending, but parts of it make sense and could work. Having a female Ghostface, having someone inspired by Sydney, because the backstory is kind of tragic. Apparently, she had an abusive husband or boyfriend, whatever. Anyway, she was inspired by Sydney. Like, I took on the patriarchy, bad, and killed the boyfriend. Okay, that makes sense, and that's a nice twist that this is like a good obsessed fan, but then why would you put the daughter in danger? Isn't she also a hero? It don't add up. So yeah, the Ghostface are terrorizing to inspire Sydney to be her old self. There you go. Even the AI thing is just tacked on. They're like, oh, hey, AI, we used AI to bring back Stu, but it was all a trick. That's it. No bigger meaning, no meta. Even the fire thing, you're like, I'm going to burn it out. No. Yeah, that's not at the end as far as I know. Maybe they're going to do a big CGI fire at the end, but it's like, yeah, just they say fire. Some things are on fire. Fire AI. And Jessica, inspired by Sydney, goes crazy for Sydney. Obsessed fans scream for long lost relatives, Scream 3. Internets drove everyone crazy, Scream 2. That's it. There we go. They just smushed the endings of Scream 2, 3, and 4. And there you go. There we are. Now, despite all this, I'm not trying to sabotage the film. I don't play those games. However, the leaks were true. The people who were leaking were correct. This is pretty stupid. I think the box office will be decent. But after the first weekend, I think a lot of people are going to be like, just on quality, they're going to be like, you know what? I don't want to see this anymore. And that's it. Is it a very bad ending? Yes. Is it totally garbage? No. But, like Scream 6 to me also had a really bad ending. However, at least it was decent, but there was a sense of closure. Like, this is the end of the story, the end of the journey, and it was organic. Now, I do know, obviously, they were going to do more, but for that story, it is a good ending. This is just tacked on. Just give her a happy ending. The daughter and mother embrace. Bye. It's over. No Stu, no catharsis, no big like, oh, wow. Maybe it's another movie. Maybe it's Stab. No Gale is the killer. Just they embrace. Oh, Gale comes in at the end in a really lame way. Twins. Oh, they survive. Yeah, they survive. The twins get a happy ending. Gale gets a happy ending. Happy, happy, joy, joy. And we're done. So, and on my other channel, when I reviewed Scream, I'll put the old review. Although I think the audio was not that good. I'll put it up here, but I'll try to do a really great version that sounds good, good visuals. But the point is, Scream 6 was bad. I think it had a lot of great scenes, but at the end of the day, no, it's just too stupid. This might be a lot worse than that. So I know it's very polarized, and people are like, oh, people are going to just give negative to the politics. That's not good either. I don't like the spyglass Paramount regime. It's a lot of bad stuff with Palestine, Scientology. Yeah, it's a lot of bad stuff. But no, honestly, this thing's going to get a lot of hate videos, and it deserves it. But still, I think, hopefully, like Scream, it will have a good build-up. But that ending really destroyed the movie. I mean, Scream 6. And this one looks like it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to be like, oh my God, this is so dumb. Why are you doing this? But that is my humble opinion. But the leaks turned out to be true. They were true. The leaks were true. Just live with the reality, guys. The leaks are true. And it's very devastating. It's very, very devastating.